Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be watching a video called Berlin, How Many Languages Do You Speak? And start.
Do you speak? How many languages do you speak? How many languages do you speak? How many languages do you speak?
3 languages, fluently I would say.
Whoa.
Okay, yeah.
Well, that's English, German and Indonesian. And then maybe 3
Okay.
other languages I have like medium basics, kind of. That's Japanese, Russian and French. I had French
Oh
in
my
school.
god.
Was a while in Japan.
Impressive.
Yeah.
If I'm not
Impressive,
putting you
yeah,
on the
that's
spot, in Indonesian, could you tell me what's something you like about Berlin?
I'm so hangover, man. Saya suka apa? Tidak tahu. Saya suka semua di sini.
no idea what he's
What's that
saying.
mean?
I like everything here.
Oh, that's sweet.
German, English, and then a bit of Spanish.
Okay.
German, English, French, Russian, Chinese, Japanese.
Oh my
Wow.
god.
Which of those is the hardest to learn?
Chinese.
How many languages do you speak?
A little bit louder.
How many languages do you speak?
Okay, I speak German and a little bit of English.
From Berlin? Visiting?
No, I'm from Palestine. She's from Israel.
Palestine, Israel.
Yeah.
Interesting bench. Wow.
Right?
Okay. Now let's see
Yes.
which one speaks more languages, please.
I speak Arabic as a mother language. I'm also half Ukrainian, so I speak some Russian, so to say. I speak English
Russian, of course.
right now. I learned German, that's 4. I would say I know some basics in Japanese.
Wow.
Yeah,
Oh, what's
just
up with the Japanese?
like to have a small talk.
Wow, wow, wow.
Yeah, I had a Japanese girlfriend and I went there for a month, so
Yeah, but your mother
That
tongue
explains it.
is
it's Arabic.
Arabic.
But my mother's mother language is like
It's Russian.
Wow, wow, wow.
Yeah, so she talked with me in Russian, and this is how I learned it.
Could you
Yeah,
tell
of
me in
course.
Arabic, how is your day going today? Or some little thing in Arabic?
اليوم حر كتير، الحرارة مرتفعة كتير، بس الطبيعة حلوة. اليوم التقيت مع يائل، رحنا نسمع موسيقى، أكلنا أكل هندي وهنا بنعمل لقاء معك.
No idea what he's saying.
That was a great answer. I don't know what it means. Could you help
Yeah.
me understand?
I said today's a nice day. The temperature is a bit high, but I had a nice day with my friend Yael. We went to listen to some music in the concert. We ate some Indian food, and we're having conversation with you right now.
What
That's
an incredible
incredible,
day. Yeah.
Okay. Last but
And
not
her.
least, how
Yeah,
many languages
let's-
do you speak?
Let's see.
I
Let's see.
speak Hebrew and English as my mother tongue, German fluently, and basic Swedish, and I'm now learning Arabic.
Wow, wow,
Oh
wow.
my god. Okay, what's up with the Swedish?
3 and 2 halves.
Maybe I can ask in Hebrew, how is your day going today?
היה לי דווקא אחלה יום, אני מבקרת כאן בברלין, עבדתי, עכשיו הלכתי לקונצרט עם סעיד ולא נפגשנו הרבה זמן, אז היה כיף להיפגש איתו שוב.
And what does that mean?
Basically the same things he said, and that it's nice to see Saeed again. We haven't been in a long time.
How many languages do you speak?
3.
What are they?
English, German, and Bahasa.
Amazing. Have a great day.
What is that? Never heard of that language. What is it?
I'm from Columbus, Ohio.
Amazing. How long you been in Berlin?
I just got here 2 days ago, I think.
Wow.
Oh, okay, she's a
First
tourist.
impressions, do you like? What do you think?
I love it. Everybody's so kind, and it's easy to try to speak German, but also feel comfortable speaking English if I need to.
Cool. Well, speaking of
speak
that,
German?
the question is, how many languages
Yeah.
do you speak?
2, English, and more than a little bit of German, but not fluent, of course.
Okay, this could be hard, but could I ask you, could you say in German, what's something you like about Berlin?
Ich mag die Leute. Sie sind sehr nett.
Nice. What does that mean?
I like the people. They're very nice.
I love that he doesn't speak German.
I speak 2 languages.
English and German?
English and German, yes.
English and German. What are you eating today?
A Manta-Platte.
Currywurst?
Currywurst pommes, yeah.
Of course he is eating
The
that.
question is, how many languages do you speak?
I speak Portuguese.
And you speak English?
I speak English too, but
Okay.
my mother tongue is Portuguese.
Speaking the Dutch?
Ja, ik spreek al Duits.
Ah, so 3?
Okay, so 3.
3 languages,
Ah.
yeah. Deutsch, Portuguese and English. And Spanish too.
Spanish too.
Yeah.
So 4.
Okay, 4.
Que bueno. Do you like life in Berlin?
Yeah, I like it here. I feel at home. Yeah, I feel free here.
That's nice. Oh, they have telephone booths as in
I
London.
speak 2 languages. It's Swedish and English,
Wow.
and a little bit of Spanish.
Could you
Did you
tell me in
speak German?
Swedish, how's your day going today?
Min dag har varit väldigt bra.
And what's that mean?
My day has been very nice.
And the question is, how many languages do you speak?
I speak 5 languages.
Whoa.
I speak Arabic, French, Russian, Ukrainian, and English.
First language?
First language
Yeah.
is Arabic
Arabic.
because I come from Algeria.
Algeria?
Okay.
But you learned Ukrainian too.
Yeah, because I was in Ukraine. Because I stayed there, I studied there.
Wow,
And
wow,
when
wow.
this
Okay.
war and all this, So we come like refugees in Berlin, in Germany.
Oh my god, he's a refugee.
Did you like your life in Ukraine?
Yeah, it's great, the life in Ukraine.
Yeah?
I like it so much. And it's like bad what happened there.
Yeah.
In Slava
Oh my god.
Ukraine.
That's so heartbreaking.
I speak 2 languages,
What are the 2?
like German and English.
Okay, yeah, makes sense.
I just got here today, actually.
Amazing.
Okay, so
Yeah.
tourist.
Where'd you come from?
Hong Kong.
Hong Kong.
Yeah.
Beautiful city. I've been to Hong Kong.
Yeah, it's really nice. I prefer Berlin in a way. There's a lot of green space.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Here, more green space here than Hong
Way
Kong.
more green space. It's
Yeah.
really nice, yeah.
Well, the question is, how many languages do you speak?
Like 3, at least.
2 and 0.1. 0.1 being Mandarin, where it's like conversational level, but not quite fluent.
And the 2,
It's
English?
English and Cantonese.
English, Cantonese, a little bit of Mandarin.
A little bit Mandarin.
Oh yeah, because he's from Hong Kong.
How many languages do you speak?
Deutsch und Russisch.
What's your name?
Oh, so he doesn't
My
speak
name is
English.
Olga.
Olga?
But he could
How many
understand.
languages do you speak?
I speak Russian, German, English, and a little bit of Spanish.
Could you
Oh my
tell
God,
me
okay,
in
Alana.
Russian what is something you like about Berlin?
В Берлине мне нравится культура, мне нравятся люди, и что здесь очень много всего происходит, и здесь никогда не бывает скучно.
Something
And what
about the
does that mean?
culture.
That means I love the city for being so big and having a lot of people here and it's never boring.
The new travel.
Mhm.
The new
Thank you.
travel.
Oh my god, that's so cool.
How many languages do you speak?
3.
What are the 3?
German, English, and a little Arabic.
Oh, cool.
Just a little Arabic.
He's just like, just a little, don't put me on the spot.
My native is Spanish because I'm from Chile, and English as my secondary language. I learned it like through a little bit school, but the rest it was like to be submerged in media, to watch a lot of YouTube videos. Obviously, as I want to stay living here, I will
have to
need
learn
to
German.
learn the language. And right now I'm taking courses in A1 level. I'm super like, I don't know, my German is not good, like really not good. Only the essentials, like things of courtesy to say thank you or to
Well, but he's starting. It's
ask
good.
for something if you go to a Speti
Yeah.
and to buy one beer.
Well, we're with the German. Do you want to try? How do you introduce yourself, maybe?
I don't know, we'll say hello. My name is Francisco. Ich bin aus Chile.
Okay.
And that's the thing.
Okay, I understood that.
Specific words.
But yeah, like he's like me.
Huh?
Wie alt bist du? ¿Cuántos años tienes?
Ah, okay.
Okay, so he doesn't.
22.
22.
No, 32.
Ah, okay,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
What's that, 30?
32.
32, okay.
Yeah.
You got more than me, man. Respect.
Okay.
Yeah, thank you.
Okay, YouTube, I'm here with my good friend Marissa. We've been biking around this very interesting place.
It looks like
Do you
an
want to say,
airport.
where are we today?
We are at the Tempelhofer Feld in the middle of Berlin. It was a former airport, actually.
Okay, it looks
How
like an
many languages
airport.
do you speak?
I speak 3 languages and a half. Yeah, I would say like German
Okay,
is my
what are
mother
they?
tongue, English, and Spanish. I studied there, and a little bit of French.
You're coming from the west of Germany, where you live.
Yeah.
Now you're visiting Berlin. Could you tell me in Spanish, what do you think about Berlin?
Sí, Berlín es muy famoso para la fiesta y creo que mucha gente joven está aquí para vivir la vida como le quieren.
Muy bien, muy bien.
Great accent. Yeah, she has a Spanish accent.
I speak 2 languages,
What are the 2?
English and French.
Oh, cool. Are you visiting
Okay, no,
from a French-speaking
no
place?
German?
Oui,
Oui. Vous venez d'où?
je viens du Québec.
Ah, moi
Oh,
aussi.
he's
Je viens de
Canadian.
Montréal.
Oh, he's also Canadian.
Ah, très cool, très cool. Qu'est-ce que vous pensez de Berlin?
Huh? It's an interesting city.
It's not bad, huh?
J'étais à Hambourg avant, puis je préfère Hambourg.
Are you from Germany?
Yeah, I'm from Germany.
Wow. How many languages do you speak?
Only 2, German and English.
Yeah.
A little bit Spain, but only small one.
Oh my god, I love that tree.
2.5.
I never even saw that gun how.
2.25.
What's the 2?
Okay.
What's the quarter?
The first one would be my mother tongue, which is Hindi. Second is obviously English. The quarter would be German, which I am
Okay.
still learning.
How long have you been in Berlin?
I think tomorrow will be a month.
A month, okay. So
I love how he
good.
looks
You
at
picked
his
up some
watch.
German a month. That's good. The last question, could you tell me in Hindi, what is something you like about Berlin?
मुझे यहाँ की आर्किटेक्चर बहुत अच्छी लगती है और
Oh, the architecture.
यहाँ का वातावरण और यहाँ के लोग और यहाँ का
Didn't understand a
weather
word
is,
after that.
it's बहुत comfortable है. Yeah.
Oh, very comfortable.
I understood something
like
about
that?
architecture, right?
Yeah.
Architecture and weather and the people. That's what
Oh, the
that's what I
people.
mentioned. That's what I liked.
Yeah. Are you from Berlin?
Yeah. Yeah, I'm born here.
How many languages do you speak?
Oh, he's
I
Berlin
speak
born.
German, of course, English, Turkish. Yeah, I think that's about it.
No, that's
Could
surprising
you tell me
actually.
in
It's Germany.
Turkish? What's something you like about Berlin?
Burada parti yapmayı çok seviyorum ve çok uyuşturucu kullanmayı seviyorum. Çok güzel bir yer, evet.
And what's that
No
mean?
idea.
I like the nightlife and it's really a beautiful place to be young and wild.
This is gorgeous, actually.
Amazing. And
I was also born in Berlin, and if you count Latin, which is not really a spoken language, I speak 5 languages.
whoa.
That's German, English,
Okay.
French, and Mandarin. And Latin.
Mandarin.
How did you learn Latin?
I did it in school. I did study
I'm guessing
philosophy.
he's a scholar.
And at most universities
Yeah.
in Germany, you need to have a basis of humanitarian education to study philosophy, which
philosophy,
means you
yeah.
have to learn either
A lot of Latin.
Latin, ancient Greek, or
Or
Hebrew.
Greek. Yeah.
Wow.
I took it as an electable in school.
Well, Latin and Mandarin,
Yeah.
those are 2 hard ones, I would imagine, right? So you're quite
The
good at
Mandarin's
languages?
harder, I think.
Kind of. It's all right. I don't use them as often as I would like. For example, like in Mandarin, I can speak because the grammar in Mandarin is kind of easy. You only have like the subject, verb, object type of thing.
Yeah.
And,
Oh my God, you
you
think
have
this is
extra
easy?
words for tempi and stuff like that. And
Wow.
little to no declination and conjugation. You will be able to learn it fairly easily, I believe.
Someone else
No,
told me
I don't
it's
think
the
so.
hardest language to learn.
The hardest language to learn, I would disagree. I would probably say that's Finnish because you have like way too many words and no basis in any other
And
language.
that's coming from a German.
Incredible. Last question. Why do Germans speak such good English? Almost everyone I speak to has great English.
Speaks English, yeah.
I think our education system is kind of alright, but
Kind of alright.
I think most people consume their media via the internet in English, and
Yeah,
it's
makes
like
sense.
a very passive way to learn
it, yeah.
things. Also, like I would guess about a fourth of the population in Berlin doesn't speak any German.
Okay, because there are so many people from everywhere here
Yeah.
now. Yeah.
Really? That's
Incredible
shocking
to
to
meet
me.
people from every culture you can imagine.
Also, I think like compared to other European countries, like I don't think we have the best English speakers here.
True.
A lot of Germans actually have like really bad English, but like here in Berlin, it's really international, so
Yeah.
everybody just knows English and
Okay, it's a Berlin thing.
media
Pretty
consumption,
tough.
of course.
That was great answer. Dankeschön.
Again?
How can we see this?
Yeah, of
Are
course.
you on Instagram or something?
Yeah, I have Instagram. This will be on my YouTube channel.
You're gonna be famous.
Nah.
All the girls are gonna try to find us.
Yeah, and you had great answers. So you'll
You
be.
have to put our Instagram underneath.
Yeah, you want me to? You want some messages?
Yeah, sure. So the girls can.
What's your
They're
Instagram?
definitely looking for a girlfriend.
You want me to put it in the video?
Yes.
Okay. Okay, YouTube, be cool. Only good messages, okay?
Yes.
Brother.
Hey, yeah,
It's so funny.
Nice
It's
to
like
meet you.
they're gonna get flooded with DMs. Okay, so yeah, this was incredibly interesting. I have to say, yes, it was more. I was thinking along the lines of like I think most people are gonna be able to obviously German because clearly they're in Germany. But English as well, you know, I got that right. The thing I didn't got that right was the third language. But I think most people were either like, I'm surprised by a lot of people actually knew like 4 or 5 languages, which is kind of surprising because you would like, I would think like if you ask the same question in other countries and in other cities, like the amount of people that will tell you, oh, I speak 5 languages, 4, even more than 2, I think it would be like in most cities, like you wouldn't, it's not that many people. But apparently here it's quite like normal apparently because there were some of them, not all of them, but a lot of people actually knew over 4 languages. But I don't think that's quite common even in Europe, or maybe in Europe it's more common, I don't know, but I would think it isn't like the most common thing in the world. But it's kind of shocking. Yeah, it's like English and German, those are the 2 that most people do know. Like he said, it's like I think I would guess, you know, in school they get, you know, everyone takes English. I think it's not just like a Germany thing or a Berlin thing. I think it's more of the world thing. I don't know. I think most countries do offer English as a secondary language, and that's why like so many people, you know English. I think maybe I'm totally wrong, but that's what I would think. And then the third language is like, well, yeah, because like people learn it, you know, in school, and then they either like study somewhere or you know just like life in general. Maybe they do like languages and they pick up another one. But I'm surprised by the amount of like no one said Dutch. I don't know why I was expecting like more people that were speaking Dutch, because I don't know, it's like, well, but it's right next door. Like it's weird to me that they don't really speak Dutch. French also, I'm surprised, only like I think 1 or 2 spoke French, and one of them was from like Quebec, so of course it's gonna speak French. So I'm surprised by the amount of people that didn't really like French. Is non-existent. But I'm actually surprised by the amount of people that actually knew Japanese. It's like so many of them were like, I know Japanese, or at least like not everyone was like I'm super fluent in Japanese, but I do know I'm semi-fluent, or at least I know some words. I can communicate at least the basics in Japanese, which I'm surprised. I'm pretty shocked, because I would think Japanese, like why Japanese? Like is it like a Berlin thing that there's like a lot of like Japanese culture, or I don't know, maybe it's a popular language these days. I have no idea, but I would think Japanese is like quite a hard language if you don't really come from that part of the world. I would think it's quite hard for you to learn Japanese. and also Chinese. Like there was a guy that was, well, I know that Chinese is not a language, it's Cantonese, Mandarin. I know everyone has their own dialects. So even the guy that was from Hong Kong, he was like, I don't really speak Mandarin, I speak Cantonese and like a little Mandarin, but it's not something that I'm fluent in, because I do know that China has its own, like they do their own thing. So it's like, well, I would assume they would something like that. But one of the other guys was like, I also speak Mandarin. So it's like, okay, I'm surprised by the Asian influence here, but I don't know, maybe it's like it has more influence than I thought. Some Arabic, but I think most people, like a lot of them, were actually from Arab speaking countries. So it makes sense. They're not German born. So it's like, it makes sense. But the one thing that it's like, it's quite surprising, because I think like I don't even know, like it was like what, 15 people. But out of like the amount of people that he interviewed, like a lot of them, I would venture to say like even half of them were not German. They were, and not even from Berlin. They were just like not German at all, which makes me like, there's a lot of immigrants. Some of them were tourists. They were clearly tourists. They don't live there. But it's shocking that so many of them are immigrants, because but then one of the Berlin guys said, the Berlin-born guys were like, no, like this city is definitely a place, like there's a lot of immigrants, there's a lot of people that are not from here. So I guess it makes sense. I hadn't really thought it that way. I don't think I don't really know much about Berlin, but it's like, so it's a place that apparently gets a lot of immigrants, and not a lot of people actually are from Germany in Berlin. Like you can find people from all cultures, from all over the world, which I think is great. And I think a lot of people that he interviewed mentioned it. Like it's all like, there's so many cultures, there's so many people that it's great. Like it's a very diverse city, which obviously it's great, and I think it's probably like in their DNA, which is great. But it's very shocking to me that he was like, yeah, because a lot of, like, I don't know how many people live in Berlin, but of the millions of people that live there, like a quarter don't even speak German, because there's like so many people from other places, whether that's Europe or Asia or I don't know, Africa or whatever. It's like they have a lot of immigrants in general, so people do not expect everyone to speak German, because I'm like, well, yeah, of course I'm in Berlin, I'm gonna expect everyone to speak German. But it's like, no, not necessarily, because again, they have so many immigrants that it's not shocking and it's not surprising that some people do not really know the language, and they communicate probably in English, because like I said, English is sort of like the universal tongue that most everyone speaks. So it's like, well, yeah, it's the equalizer, and we're going to be able to communicate in that language. But it's shocking. It's like, yeah. But some of them actually have to say, like the Chilean guy, and I think it was, and another one, I can't remember. He was like, no, I'm planning to stay here. So if I'm planning to stay, I am planning on learning German. So it's like, apparently it is a requirement, or maybe it's because if you're studying, that's different. Because if you're studying, obviously you're gonna like the classes are gonna be taught in German, so of course at some point you're gonna have to learn the language. But maybe like if it's a humanitarian degree, I think you're gonna have to learn a lot of German. Maybe it's a mathematics thing, maybe you don't need to learn that much because it has to do with numbers. So it's like, well, you're obviously gonna have to learn, but it's not like, don't worry about it. You're not gonna have to like analyze like literature or books or something, so maybe you don't need to know that much German. I don't know how it works, but yeah, very shocking. Especially also the guy that spoke, well, he was like, technically I don't speak, well, yeah, he speaks because he knows it, like the Latin one. Love that, because I know it's a dead language. Like people these days, I think the amount of people that actually speak Latin these days, it's very like, it's a dead language, or as ancient Greek, is like you only know it in certain specific situations. It's not that people are gonna be like, oh, I want to learn Latin or Greek or ancient Greek because I don't know, it's like I'm gonna be able to like speak when I go somewhere. It's like, no, it's in more, in more specific like things that you're gonna be needing it. But I love that he speaks Latin. Obviously, he's like, because I studied philosophy, and obviously you have to like learn it because you're going to be reading a lot of like ancient books that are obviously like written in Latin, like a lot of like obviously the church, the books from like the church and stuff, and like ancient books. But I love that. It's like, I love that it's a dead language. Not a lot of people speak it, but I love the fact that there's even in Berlin you can find someone that speaks Latin. I love that. I don't know why. It makes me happy that at least it's not dying. It's dead, but it's not dying. But yeah, this was incredibly interesting. I feel like I learned a lot from Berlin and also misconceptions that I had about Berlin and probably like Germans in general. But that was it for today, and I'll see you next time. Bye!